Testing 1, 2, 3, here I go. Give me that microphone. Give me that microphone. Is this
Some of you might remember the Wmic S1 from Godox, and in today's video we're looking at the Wmic S1 Pro Kit 2. This kit has a full metal design, improved antennas, and it feels really solid. So this kit is a 2 transmitter and 1 receiver system like many I reviewed before, including the Rode Wireless Go 2 and Godox's own M2, which I released a video on last week. I'll put a card somewhere up here so you can take a look at that if you haven't seen it already. The difference between those kits and this is that this is UHF and not digital, which means you should get a stronger signal, better range, and less interference. Also, this system doesn't have an inbuilt condenser microphone, so you can't place this up here and use it as a microphone. I mean, this is going to get in the way if you try to do that. You can only use this with a lavalier microphone, which is what I'm doing right now. I've got a lavalier microphone just here, which is going down and into one of the transmitter packs, which is transmitting to that camera. I'm going to use this microphone for the duration of this review so you can get a really good idea of how it sounds. But honestly, I think this is probably one of the better included lavalier microphones that I've ever used. Another difference between this and digital systems is that this runs off AA batteries. Can't get them out. There we go. I don't really know how I feel about this. It feels slightly old-fashioned to now have to put batteries into a microphone when I've been so used to microphones coming with internal batteries that charge over USB-C. But part of me feels reassured, because if I do run out of batteries on one of these systems, I can just take the old batteries out, stick some new ones in, and carry on filming. There is a USB-C port on both the transmitters and the receiver, which means you can power these via USB. So you could use a battery bank, you could plug them into a socket, or you could charge them off your computer. But I still do miss that internal battery. Let's jump to the overhead view and we'll unbox it together. So this is the box you get. It's nothing special, it's just a cardboard box, but the case is actually really well made, really sturdy. It's going to keep your microphones nice and safe. Opening the box, you get greeted with the manual. I won't be using that. And undoing the flap, you see the 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. They did have some fingerprints on when I first got them out, but these are review units and it made peeling the plastic off even more delightful. On the side, you've got that USB-C port, the battery compartment, you've got a belt clip, and you've got your microphone input on the top. This is the second transmitter, and this one I show you the battery compartment. It's fairly easy to take out and it just takes 2 AA batteries. Moving on to the receiver, and this has 2 antenna ports, 1 for each receiver. You've got an output jack and a phones jack so you can monitor your audio live. And that really is the only difference between the transmitters and the receiver. You get this little mount so you can connect it to your camera easily, and if we start looking at the leads, you get 2 USB-C cables, you get 1 XLR to 3.5mm jack, 2 lavalier microphones, 1 just standard 3.5mm jack lead, and the lead to plug it into your phone or tablet. So like I said, I've been using this system for the duration of this review and it sounds pretty good, but how about that range? It's got an advertised range of 100 meters and we're going to go and put that to the test right now. You join me on a quite cold and soggy morning somewhere in Wiltshire, and we're going to be testing the range of this system. It's advertised at 100 meters, so I'm just going to start walking in that direction, counting my paces, and we'll see how far we get. Definitely should have bought a belt. 1, 2, 9, 10. This is about the distance that I started having problems with the Saramonic Blink 500 Pro. That microphone depends very heavily on line of sight, and as soon as I turned my side with the microphone away from the camera, I would lose signal. The transmitter is currently hooked on to my right pocket, so when I turn it does lose line of sight, but because it's UHF, we shouldn't have the same issue we had with the Saramonic. 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20. Can you still hear me? I'd say this looks more than 20 meters. Maybe I'm taking abnormally big steps. 21, 22, 23, 29, 30. So if you can still see me, I assume you can, and I turn around, we shouldn't be losing signal at all. Even when we're losing line of sight, we still should have quite a good signal. 31, 32, 33, 39, 40. Still here. Can you still hear me? 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. I know when I was testing the Rode Wireless Go 2, I would still have full signal when I was at this distance. So because this is UHF, I would expect it to do a little bit better. 63, 64. So we're now 70 meters away. And honestly, you should still be able to hear me as if I'm stood right next to that camera. Can you still see me? 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. And it is getting a bit windy down here now, but fingers crossed you can still hear me. I think if this is still working, then this is a solid option if you're looking for a good wireless microphone system. 99, 100. I wouldn't be surprised now if it is cutting out when I spin and we do lose that line of sight. The maximum range is 100 meters and I'm at 100 meters now. So I'm a bit cold. I think we've done the range test. You'll know before I know whether it's any good. So we're gonna head back to the studio where it's nice and warm because I'm freezing. So there we have it. I don't think there's much more I need to show you or tell you about this system. I think we've covered most of it. This would be great for conferences, lectures, interviews, weddings, vlogging, YouTubers. I mean, it would fit the bill for a lot of different people. So if you're looking for a UHF system over a wireless system, it's got my seal of approval. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another episode, and I'll see you again really soon.